Besides rocking out to the newest bands, what other things does Melissa Morcus like to do?
I don't know. I'm pretty much up for anything, like movies, shows, concerts, you know, whatever.
Well, then you're in luck because you will get a chance to see Full in Love right here on campus in the Maryland Performing Arts Center. Logan Campbell and Aaron Smithmeyer bring us more.
This last weekend was The Islander and Some Girls put on here in the Black Box Theater here at Northwest. Both cast did an excellent job, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house as Heather Cooney sang her Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Coming up next this weekend, October 10th and 11th, it is Fool for Love at 7:30 in the brand new Studio Theater. It is $5 general admission, and it is sold at the door.
Well, hopefully I'll get a chance to catch it. If not, hopefully I'll find something good to watch on TV.
Well, you can always enhance your political knowledge by watching TV like C-SPAN or catch the debate.
I always have issues determining what the candidates really mean by their broad statements, though.
Well, maybe Aaron and Dave will be able to help you out in Politicals.
I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good.
All right, welcome to Politicals. I'm, of course, Aaron Smithmeyer.
I'm Dave Harden. All right, this week we are going to look at the best way to put it, painful Katie Couric, Sarah Palin interview that occurred over this past week. Aaron, what do you got to say for your vice presidential?
You know, let's just watch the interview with a grain of salt, and we'll be right back.
It'll be okay, buddy.
Americans are waiting to see what John McCain will do on this proposal. They're not waiting to see what Barack Obama is going to do. You know, is he going to do this and just see what way the political wind's blowing? They're waiting to see if John McCain will be able to see these amendments implemented in Paulson's proposal.
Why do you say that? Why are they waiting for John McCain and not Barack Obama?
He's got the track record of the leadership qualities and the pragmatism that's needed at a crisis time like this.
And in their first joint interview, I asked them about a statement Governor Palin made on Saturday, which didn't seem to square with her running mate's position on Pakistan. Over the weekend, Governor Palin, you said the U.S. should absolutely launch cross-border attacks from Afghanistan into Pakistan to, quote, stop the terrorists from coming any further in. Now, that's almost the exact position Barack Obama has taken and that you, Senator McCain, have criticized as something you do not say out loud. So, Governor Palin, are you two on the same page?
We had a great discussion with President Zardari as we talked about what it is that America can and should be doing together to make sure that the terrorists do not cross borders and do not ultimately put themselves in a position of attacking America again or her allies. And we will do what we have to do to secure the United States of America and her allies.
Is that something you shouldn't say out loud, Senator McCain?
Of course not. But look, I understand this day and age gotcha journalism. Was that a pizza place? In a conversation with someone who you didn't hear the question very well, you don't know the context of the conversation, grab a phrase. Governor Palin and I agree that you don't announce that you're going to attack another country.
Are you sorry you said it, Governor?
In fact, wait a minute. Before you say, is she sorry she said it? This was a gotcha soundbite that, well, she was
It wasn't
in
a gotcha. She was talking to a
She was in
voter.
a conversation with a group of people and talking back and forth. And I'll let Governor Palin speak for herself.
In fact, you're absolutely right on. In the context, this was a voter, a constituent, hollering out a question from across an area, asking, what are you going to do about Pakistan? You better have an answer to Pakistan. I said, we're going to do what we have to do to protect the United States of America.
You were pretty specific about what you wanted to do.
As I say, we are getting into crisis mode here. And
Yeah, pretty painful. She just didn't seem to have any of the answers. And Katie Couric, now don't get me wrong, was doing her journalistic job for about the first 5 minutes of that interview. The last 35 seconds, she was kind of showing her colors.
Yeah. I really just have no legitimate response for that. You know, the only thing I can really hope for, being a McCain supporter, is that there's this huge elaborate ploy to make her appear like she doesn't know what she's talking about, and then at the debate, she woos them. That's what I hope.
And that could very well happen, because we were actually discussing this earlier this week, and the fact that, you know, Biden is not exactly the most charismatic speaker. Joe Biden, obviously the vice presidential nominee for the Democrats. he's not the most charismatic person. Sarah Palin is, very much so. And so it may come down to her, you know, especially with this interview, is that she was trying to use that charisma and talk her way out of it and around of it, and she just didn't have any answers.
I think she tried to lean on it as a crutch too much.
Yeah.
She was trying to be that lovable, you know, hockey mom, as she likes to put it, and
very Disney movie.
And I think she was thinking that she was going into it well and that she knew what she was talking about, but I think she's one of the, you know, she's like a college student who thinks he's going to ace the test, so he doesn't bother studying.
Right.
And then he gets there and he's like, oh crap, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about.
Well, I think that was what was so painful for me, though, is that the fact that, you know, she was discussing the fact that there was this, you know, almost $1 trillion bailout plan that was being ready. At the time it was rejected, and there was a revised one that came through. But she was saying, you know, if me and John support this and all this, and then, you know, 2 days later, he's saying, I'm suspending my campaign, and I'm going to go talk to those Republican
There was definitely some miscommunication on that.
And the same thing happened with Joe Biden and Barack Obama earlier as well.
Well, that was kind of taken out of context, but the simple fact is, in this entire race, whether it be the Democrats or the Republicans, the vice presidential to presidential candidate, the communication lines have seemed to just go out, and in today's technology, there's no excuse for that.
Non-existent.
No excuse.
You figure you'd have, you know, a BlackBerry out there, you know, little text.
Shoot him a text message.
Yo,
you know,
Biden,
like,
what up? You know, nothing. And that's probably what's so frustrating to me, especially though, is the fact that, you know, in this election, I'm leaning more towards Democrat, even though traditionally I'm more Republican. But the fact is, though, is that there's no love, there's no play for Biden, zero.
There's nothing on the TV about it. It's like it's between Obama and Palin or Obama and McCain.
Right.
It seems like Biden's not even factoring into it at all.
Which is sad because, I mean, the reason that Obama picked Biden was because he has enormous wealth of foreign policy experience, and he's not getting to show his guns.
He's like the Democratic version of John McCain, if you will. He's an old guy.
25% less maverick. Yeah.
The maverick levels are a little bit different, but it's okay because he's old.
So and he didn't spend 5.5 years in a POW camp. No, I mean, that's completely understandable.
Well, I tell you what, just the transparency, I talked to you about this the other day, the transparency of both campaigns, the way they pick their running mates, the way they're debating and everything, it seems like all class and everything is kind of gone out the window.
And I really have to wonder at what point how stupid the swing voters are. You know, how you have to be so incredibly transparent. Well, regardless, this has been Politicals. Next week we'll be discussing the vice presidential debate.
I look forward to that.
That's going to be interesting. For Aaron Smithmeyer, I'm David Harden. Thank you for watching Politicals.
I think it's a great debate. It's a time for change, like Obama says, but I think it's good because no time in history has young 18 to 24-year-old voters been so dedicated and just been so ready to see something happen and to make their voice heard. So I just appreciate that fact.
Well, I'm very happy that they both agreed on accepting the bill. I think that's a huge accomplishment. At least everybody's getting together and trying to get through our economy's problems.
I think McCain made a good selection on Palin. I don't really know anything about Obama.
I think McCain just picked a girl so that he can get all the Democrats who wouldn't vote for Obama. So I don't know.
I'm really liking Obama right now. He seems to fit he seems to address a lot of the issues that are most concerning to Americans in society today in terms of the economy, healthcare, and education, which are three primary attributes in living in this society today. So I love Obama. Go Obama.
I think Obama strategically picked the best person in case something happens to him that he knows that Joe Biden will be able to step in and he has the same ideas that he had. So I don't think, I think he did a good job, but with McCain and Palin, I feel like he picked her as a ploy because she's a woman. And I think that he's the most sexist because he's using her sexuality to help him win the campaign.
And right now, both candidates are driving me crazy.
Sarah Palin cracks me up.
I think Katie Couric is hot and fierce.
You're probably drooling over both of them.
Well, Palin is a VP ILF.
What's that?
Vice President, I would like to be friend.
And on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
And we want to give a special thanks to Walmart, so don't go anywhere. Listen to this special thanks.